Hello friends, in this video we'll execute our first program of Laravel. It means we'll create our controller, view and our application route. So if I back to editor, this is all about the setup what we had installed inside last video. So to execute our first application program, we need a controller. So I will create controller class file by using php artisan command. Back to terminal, let's close this development server first. And if I type php artisan, so from this command list we'll see a command called make controller. So if we go inside this make section, then we can see a command called make controller. Look at single line description, it create a new controller class. So let's use that php artisan make controller. Then we need to pass controller class name. So let's call it as site controller. Press enter. Now we can see that controller class created inside app, http and controllers folder. Back to editor, go inside app folder, http folder, controllers folder. Now we can see our first application controller file, that is site controller.php. Now inside this class, let's create our first method, that is public function. Let's call it as index. And here for now, let's pass a static message inside this h3 tag. So let's say welcome to API development course. So successfully, now we have created our first method inside the site controller class. To execute this index method and see this message into our output screen, we need to create a route here. So let's go outside of this app folder, go inside routes folder, open a file called web.php. So first we need to load this controller class file right here inside this web.php. So what I will do, let's say use site controller, and the site controller class is coming from app http controllers namespace. Now go here, let's say route, I will use get method and let's call it as site. So once we type this URL into browser, it will call, so pass an array here, it will call site controller, it's a class, and we will call index method. Save this change, go to project terminal, let's start development server. So php artisan serve, press enter, our development server started. Let's go and open link, and I will type /, let's call it as site. Now we can see welcome to API development course. So instead of calling this static message, now we want to call a view file. So what I will do, let's remove that. Let's return, I will use view helper function. Inside this parenthesis, let's say that site. It means this view file site.blade.php we need to create inside resources, inside views folder. Inside Laravel, we use Blade template engine. It means for every view file, if we want to use with the Blade syntax, we need to call it as, or we need to name it as, means view file name.blade.php. So what I will do, site, we need to go inside resources folder, views folder, and here inside that, let's say site.blade.php. So inside this Blade templates, inside this h3 tag, let's say welcome to same statement API development course. But this time this message will get from a view file. Save these changes, go inside site controller. So here we are calling our Blade template file, and this is all about Blade template. Save these changes, back to browser, go and reload. Now we can see the same message. Even we can pass our variables from controller file to a Blade template file. So what we can do here, let's data equals to, inside this data array, let's pass some key value pairs. So name, email, now if we save this change, go inside this helper function, Inside second parameter, we need to pass the array of variables. So here let's pass data. It means this name and email will become variable names inside this bleed template file. So go here inside template file and here let's type paragraph tag, and in this let's say call name. I want to access the name variable, it means the name value. So here double curly pairs, and in between curly pairs, that is name. All we have done with the name variable. In the same way, if I go for the email address, let's say email colon double curly pairs, and inside curly pairs let's say email. Save these changes, go and reload. Now we can see name equal to test and email test@example.net. So this is all about execution of our first program inside Laravel. In the same way, we can understand all about the working of default landing page. If I back to browser, let's remove site from URL. So this is all about default landing page of Laravel 10. So what we can do here, back to editor. First we need to go inside web.php because here we can see a single route which is for landing page. So when we type this landing page URL, it is opening all about our welcome bleed template file. So this template file accessed inside resources folder. If you go inside resources folder, which is at project root, go inside views. Now we can see welcome.bleed.php, and this is the template file which is rendering at the landing page. So what we can do here, let's remove and simple, let's a simple message. Save this change, go and reload. Now we can see instead of our attractive landing page, we can see here a static message, that is simple message. So this is all about the working principle of a route, a controller file and a view file. In our coming video, also we'll understand the concept of models, along with we'll understand all about the concept of migrations and seeders. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.